Hi, my name is Mohammed Sharik Nakhawa. This is the presentation for the Cloud Computing for Enterprise course for University of Maryland on EDX. The topics which we will cover in this presentation are the executive summary, description of the cloud computing model, basic capabilities of the cloud model, advantages and disadvantages of the cloud computing model, analysis of the economic implications, IT business needs, and finally we will cover the SWOT analysis, which we will discuss the strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. This presentation, we will present an overview of the cloud computing, the benefits and the disadvantages of the cloud computing model. We will also discuss the economic benefits of migrating from an on-premise model to a cloud model and the factors to be considered before making the switch to the model. We will first describe what cloud computing is. Cloud computing is a model for enabling ubiquitous, convenient, on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources that can be rapidly provisioned and released with minimal management effort or service provider interaction. Some of the basic capabilities of the cloud model are development, use, and management of applications, ease of storage and recovery of data. It allows for website, media, and blogs hosting, which could be any media hosting as well. And it also provides on-demand software delivery, which is a growing application in the future. We will now talk about the advantages and the advantages of the cloud computing model. Some of the advantages are the are as follows, like agility, cost reduction, flexibility, and reliability. Some of the disadvantages of the cloud computing model are the downtime, security, limited control, and the lock-in period. We will now cover the economic implications of the cloud computing. So here's an overview of the current IT infrastructure, which we will try to migrate to our cloud computing model. This basically gives you an overview of what all IT infrastructure we currently have. So we will now talk about the functional requirements. So the functional requirements are basically the business rules, authentication, authorization, tracking, and so on. The non-functional requirements are as follows: availability, scalability, security, data integrity, reliability, capacity. We will now cover the SWOT analysis. We will discuss the strengths, uh, weaknesses, opportunities, and the threats. And we will cover these four factors while deciding the framework we would want to select in order to migrate our current infrastructure from the on-premise to the cloud model. The strengths are basically the organization resources and capabilities that can be used to carry out its mission. The weaknesses are organization's deficiency, which can interfere with its mission. The opportunities are the areas where an organization can take advantage of in order to succeed in its mission. And the threats are the external factors that can interfere with the organization's. So some of the strength of the cloud computing model are as follows. It allows for shared resources. So a large number of cloud infrastructure could be shared by different customers. It allows for cost reduction by doing that, and it also allows reduced software compliance issues, which is a big disadvantage on on-premise model. And it also is a very flexible model while deploying a large-scale IT infrastructure. Some of the weakness of the cloud computing model are its network connection dependency. So you would need like a solid network connection, um, mostly to access your data on the cloud model. But most of the good cloud service providers take care of that, and they some of the opportunities which the cloud computing model provides as compared to the on-premise model are agility, mobility, demand, and adaptability. So basically, you get a bigger framework to deploy a large IT infrastructure, and it's a more agile, mobile, and adaptable model as compared to premise. So some of the threats for the cloud computing model are the existing IT force. You will have to redeploy it, and the data security is a major issue when it comes to the cloud computing model. And some of the legal and industry compliance issues are some of the factors which the cloud computing model is still working on to deal with effectively. So, in order to conclude, the cloud computing is a shared resource service model which is provisioned by a third-party service providers that allows customers with a highly accessible and a reliable hosting environment. So, if you look at the overall advantages, it far outweighs the disadvantages and would prove to be highly successful for the company, which would uh, openly adopt and adapt the cloud model from the on-premise model.